it very much looks like another Kings-Oilers first-round matchup. Malinsky over the line. The young defenseman centers, and a tip Lehkonen. Save made by Kemper, and there he goes again.
The mentals to come across. Far side is normally covered. You see, he comes across with one push, but down low, he seals everything. And he's reaching with one arm. He's going with a pad. Nate?
I mean, unbelievable save there.
And here's Necas. Necas, a centering pass broken up by Kopitar, who atoned for his guffaw. Now Kuzmenko moving in on the right wing. Threw it in front, shot, score! Quinton Byfield!
Very close on the entry when Kuzmenko picks the puck off the wall. Drive to the net. Here it is. Leferrier wants to make a harder pass. And he ends up being the guy that everyone goes to check. In behind the second level. Look at that. Two Avalanche players right there on Leferrier. That leaves Byfield wide open in behind. That second lane, that second level, usually the most dangerous level.
And Foxy, even before that, I think, the play by Andrei Kopitar, yes, he turns the puck over, but he comes back checks, picks the pass off.
Whether he has control, because if they determine he has control there, then it could be a goal that is counted. No problem whatsoever. They have a whole bunch of communication, and we'll get the announcement right here.
After the video review coach's challenge, it was determined the play on the ice stands. We have a goal. Colorado's assessed a baseline penalty.
Even when his feet are not moving, his hands are. So it does give you that impression that the puck is being moved around, even when he's standing still.
Kings gain entry. Fiala, curl and drag, shoots, scores! Another power play goal for Kevin Fiala. His team high 13th, and the Kings are up 2-0.
It's about skill. So the Kings get into the zone cleanly. And then pull and drag one, pull and drag two. The first pull and drag is to get around the stick. Second pull and drag is to beat the goaltender. 1, 2. So skill takes over in certain circumstances, but the Kings get what they need on entry. They get possession on entry, and they take advantage of the power.
And they've got Necas out there. He's a help.
That gets the puck into the zone for sure.
Brock Nelson and Malinsky and Necas. Looking, feeds it down low. Coyle cross ice, shot, score! Nelson. A seam pass that connects to Brock Nelson, and it's a two-man advantage goal. Kings lead cut in half, 2-1.
Shown down low. Watch this, though. Instead of going to the body part, when it goes down low here, watch this. Instead of going behind Anderson, the pass will go in front of him. So that eliminates the chance of Mikey to get a leg on it, a hip on it, something like that. It goes over top of the stick. So that was an example of taking advantage of the time you get with a 5-on-3. All kinds of time to make the pass.
Now fed off the wall, off Kuzmenko. Drury fans on a pass, and the Kings play it ahead. Kempe racing after it. Kempe in, shoots, kick, save.
One of those situations where a player goes down because he can't maintain control of his skates.
Puck out to the blue line. Gerard shot through traffic wide. Lehkonen reaching for it. Lehkonen centers in front. Shot, score! Nichushkin left unmarked in front, and the Avs have tied the game at 2.
Yeah, this is where you're running around a little bit.
There, and so did Nichushkin. He got lost behind him, and he was wide open back door. And this is what the Avs have. The Avs still have weapons. They have guys that can still put the puck in the net. And just a great play by Lehkonen over to Nichushkin back door. And these guys, they're still the Colorado Avalanche, even with the big dogs, but they can make plays.
You see Nelson right there. He made sure he went to the front, and everything worked around him. So 11 has the goal. Probably won't get an assist here, but he made sure that the Kings were focused on him, just at least to make it difficult on the Avalanche to make decisions. They had numbers. At one point, I think it was a 3-on-1, but then Kempe made it difficult.
Kempe went for a hip check by the bench. He got all boards. Now in front, Gerard, a chance. The Avs had two players got on net. Byfield handing it off in front. Loose puck. LaFerriere, a whack at it. Save made. Fiala plays it down. Now they'll set things up. Kuzmenko centers. Loose puck. Oh, Kempe. Oh, Kopitar got it on a tip pass.
The loose puck goes to Kopitar. Look at Kuzmenko, change the point of attack. If the lane's not there, open up a lane. We saw this Byfield, last one, doesn't make it through. And look at that, the goaltender makes sure just the long legs again.
Adding that all in, they did it for Landy. It made it even better. Everybody had such a great time, but most importantly, so happy to see him back on the ice, guys.
Great story. Shot. Score!
Activity, face-off. It's not necessarily a forecheck goal, but Clark gets involved. And then just finding that, and he puts this puck in a situation where LaFerriere had already started to adjust his footwork. So when the puck gets there, it's ready.
Tried to poke it up the wall. He did it. Kopitar goes across. Clark skating room, moves in. Clark stutter steps on Malinsky, feeds it out. Anderson down low, shot Kempe. Kopitar, rebound goal for 2 LA.
I mean, Blackwood made a pretty good save. Look at the movement and the setup. The shot mentality, which turns into a rebound. Fake shot, rebound. But everyone was moving there. Nate, it wasn't like guys went to a certain spot. They were just all moving. Time and score.
And Anderson, can he get it? Yeah. Kuzmenko off the wall. Kempe a shot, save, rebound, covered. Anderson, as the Kings win a draw with the Deneau line out. Moore at the circle, holding on. Now knocked off the puck. Nichushkin, a pass across Malinsky, a shot, and he scores. Sounded like he put it in off the crossbar. Malinsky and the Avs are to within a goal. 4-3 Kings.
And made a backhand pass. Not necessarily a turnover there. And it would have been a catch-up. As watch this here. Get the inside right there. Now he changes the point of attack with a backhand, and yes. We haven't said this a lot. Oh, man, that's just a perfect.
And LaFerriere handing it off. Byfield, and he'll get it in deep. LaFerriere and Girard cancel. Malinsky lost it. LaFerriere looking. Threw it in front. Score! And his career-high 34th.
You know, it starts with just that. I know it's a small thing, but the Kings get it deep. First man pressure, second man support. It took away an option, and when that option went away, the Avalanche find themselves in trouble.
Yeah, Foxy, I mean, you've talked about it, getting the forecheck going, especially with a 2-goal lead, or 1-goal lead rather, and now making it a 2-goal lead. Getting that forecheck going.
Rebound, Natchez again. Natchez looking. Sends it cross ice, Malinsky in. Deeks, save is made. For Coyle, back to Nelson. Net to our left is empty, but the Avs need 2 to tie it up.
Hit the referee right there, otherwise.
Malinsky shot pass, tipped on. Save made, loose puck, picked up, shot, score. Nelson.
Oh yeah, the Avalanche have not stopped at all. And they kept it simple here. They just got it to the net.
They pushed back, and I think there was a little bit of a miscommunication there in the defensive zone on who's taking who. That defenseman gets a clear shot and rebound in front.
But important here, I think, for the Avalanche was this. They never allowed the Kings to get set up. You know, when they got over the line, they had the goaltender pulled. They had something, get it to the net.
4 seconds, 3, loose puck.